servantlessa. Galealik photo. I today Kangari. And they went through some trouble. And because they did what was right before God, they got put in jail. And sometimes being in the boiler room is going to bring problems. Sometimes being in the boiler room, being that person, and you get closer to God, and you choose to sacrifice something for God, sometimes, all the time, I know persecution. Janela dos manos, when you get close to God, you're never going to fall for His tricks again. So Zumabelo dos manos te encanto catalogare. Zumabelo dos manos te rodelo haite love your attention. Then I know this is. But look what happened when Paul and Silas gave God their attention. Around midnight, Paul and Silas were what? Paul and Silas were what? Come on, Paul and Silas were what?
Praying.
Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God. And the other prisoners were listening. And suddenly, God can do this suddenly on the trial. You don't know when it's going to happen. You don't give up. If you just keep praying, if you just keep worshiping, you will see the suddenly down on the trial. Suddenly there was an earthquake, and the prison was shaken, and its foundations, all the doors flew open. Can I tell you the power of prayer? To places you never expected. Businesses. I can tell to a provision you never expected. I see people say, I gave up one business for this business and I never been so happy. That's the glory of God. When the church prays, God opens doors. Te deu tu favor, but don't come down te mandas mori, te lo des to mori, te deshe, but don't come down te angel to somandas, te angel to why? Because prayer has power, and the power of God opens doors. Who's with me? Give God some glory.
Amen.
Not only did those prayers open doors, but they told in chains. The chains of every prisoner fell off. Let me tell you something. It's too important. It's too important. It's too important. Just because the 7 days are up, that doesn't mean the boiler room shuts down. The boiler room continues. Why? Because there's people in chains. There's people praying for their children that are addicted to drugs. There's people praying for their brothers, their sisters, their mothers, and their fathers. I may remain it simple. It is something. And it puts a chain on God's people. I mean, it's okay. It's just one or two drinks. It is a chain. Not because it's just because it's a light chain. It's okay. No, a chain is a chain. And the chains are broken when the church prays. There's chains of fear, chains of depression, they hide it. And it's because the church is praying. It's because of that boiler room. It's because you toastable changa and you pray for people you don't even know. That chains are being broken on lives. How many know that prayer can break chains? How many know that prayer can break chains? How many know that prayer breaks chains? I want you to listen to this. When doors are open, when chains are broken, look what happens. As soon as the jailer, the doors were open, the chains were loose. I'm Molodarata because everyone who leaves, he gets the penalty. If one guy is gone, Sankudaran lives. I Paul Penadiska, Nadara, we're all here. Everyone is here, don't worry. I think Soanda's prayer. Anduncio Gajo Penas Lega for Paul and Silas. Kako jailer Pushlazlen, sirs, what must I do to be saved? Oh, prayer and salvation, come on, and we've been here for 6 nights praying to God.